Good evening, guys. Today I recall a very unpleasant period in my life when I dated a girl whose grandmother was a known Obeah woman. From the onset, this young lady tried to control me, and if it's one thing I hate, is to be dictated to or to be forced into a corner. Anyway, besides her insecurities in that department, we got along good. 6 months into the relationship, I began to notice something strange. Every time we had an argument and I stomped off, my back and chest would start hurting. It felt like if a horse had trodden up and down on my body. I would return home broken and suing for peace, in which she would admonish me in a very condescending manner. Thereafter, the pain would instantly fade away. When I experienced it the third time, I began to wonder if there was more to it than met the eye. So I brought up the topic one evening at supper. She immediately went on the defensive, that it was my wicked ways or guilty conscience that was causing my discomfort and pain. Fearing that the pain might start again, I gave in and let the matter rest, for the time being anyway. At work the next day, I told a co-worker what was happening, and she inquired of me as to who was the girl. When I told her, she immediately let out a loud murmur and placed both her hands over her mouth while staring at me in disbelief. I watched her, usually happy-go-lucky face, become rumpled by deep furrows of concern. This of course set me on edge, and I began to fidget nervously. I tried swallowing, but it became difficult, for a lump sudden appeared in my throat. My co-worker looked around suspiciously, and when she determined that no one would overhear us, she then told me that the girl I was dating was none other than the granddaughter of a very notorious Obeah woman. My blood instantly ran cold, and what felt like 1,000 icy needles pricked my back. It was hard for her to miss the feeling of a terrified disposition which had settled over me, threatening to consume me. Seeing my fearful outcast and pitying me, she recommended that I visit a spiritual Baptist man who resided at St. David called Captain. I left work early and headed to his residence. Upon seeing me, he quickly ushered me into a room at the back. He began to pray over me, and ever so often he would look upwards at the ceiling and would shake his head up and down as if confirming a message with an invisible entity. After he was finished, he told me that the Great Spirit revealed to him that I was under enchantment by a domination spell. I was to go home and look inside the pair of red shoes that my girlfriend kept under the bed in a black box. In it, I would find a paper with my name and a piece of my hair bound 9 times in red thread. I was to burn it and end my relationship with my girlfriend and not have anything to do with her ever again. He then explained that she had written my name on one side of a piece of paper and on the other side her name. Then she took a piece of my hair and held it to my name with it turned facing downwards. Her name remained at the top. There she recited a certain psalm 9 times, which gave her power over me. To complete the spell, she had to place the paper with my hair in her shoe, with my name at the bottom. Then every time she walked in those shoes, it activated her dominance over me and caused my body to ache, for I was being literally trampled. I thanked him and offered to pay, but he politely declined, but insisted that I pray often and trust in God. When I got home, I went immediately to the bedroom and looked under the bed. There, I found the black box and inside, a pair of red platform shoes. A quick shake, and out popped a piece of paper with both our names and a piece of hair bound in red thread. To say that I was livid was an understatement. My blood was boiling as a pressure cooker at full heat. I took the paper and hair and burnt them. Immediately I felt a weight lift off me. It felt like I had been carrying a bag of cement up a hill and finally threw it off. I wanted revenge. So I went to the bedroom and found her comb and removed the hair that was tangled in it. I then wrote her name and my name, and placing her hair with it, I recited the psalm 9 times. Then I placed it in my Timberland boots right on top of the heel. I wanted her to feel the full weight of the Revo. She came home not long after, and I told her that I was finished with her for good. Naturally, we began to argue, and we exchanged heated words for about 5 minutes. She ran into the bedroom and quickly put on her red shoes. I also ran into the room and put on my Timberland's boots. She then began stomping up and down, shouting at me. Realizing what she was doing, I began to stomp in my boots too. Dear readers, I don't know if you guys are familiar with trampling the mud in the river in order to catch crayfish. Well, had you been a fly on the wall that evening, you would have thought that was the case. She fell over in pain, holding her back. Do you think I stopped? Ha, 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 hell no. I left the house and stomped all the way to the rum shop. Along the way, I saw a wall and jumped up and down about 6 times. To cut this story short, she ended up sick and had to go to the hospital. They found nothing wrong with her no matter what test they ran. A week later, she called me on the phone asking me what I had done to her. I told her nothing. It must be her wicked ways and conscience that had punished her. She never broke another word with me again. I still keep that old pair of Timberlands under my bed with her name and hair in it, just in case she or her Obeah grandmother get any ideas. Left, right, government booths.